Right, hopefully you can hear me now. Let me know. I've had better days, Lulu. Rushing around, everything's going wrong. It's been one of them days. But I've been seeing my dad today, so that's cheered me up a little bit. Oh, you can hear me. Good, good, good. Right, I'll start again. Hi, everybody. I hope you're well. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is Stace Shaw. Oh, excuse me. The spirit coming in already by the looks of things. My name is Stace Shaw and I'm a psychic and spiritualist medium. I'm doing okay, Vladimir, thank you. A bit tired today. Like I said, I've been seeing my dad in hospital. That's why I'm running a bit late this evening and why everything seems to be going pants, because I've been running around and trying to get ready. Hi, Nai. That's what we call my daughter. She's Naya. We call her Nai. So yeah, it's been a busy day for me. Where are you all from? Let me know where you're from, where you're watching from. Hope you've all had a good weekend and a good start to the week. We've had some beautiful sunshine here. I hope you have too, even though it's still a bit cold. That sunshine seems to brighten the mood and brighten everybody up. So today I'm using my kip cards. Sometimes spirit pop in, sometimes they don't. I have a funny feeling today they are going to pop in because I'm already feeling them. I'm feeling quite hot. My hands are hot and I'm feeling quite tired. Oh, and they are popping in. Chloette, can I come to you, my darling? As your name come up on the screen, I've got a gentleman. Excuse me, I've got a gentleman with me from the world of spirit, and this gentleman had a really bad pain in the head. So this would either be a stroke or an aneurysm. Can you understand a gentleman like that in spirit, please? I do know there's a bit of delay on Facebook, so I will be patient and wait for your replies. But it is important that you do reply so I know whether or not I'm on the right track. This is on the left-hand side of the body, Chloe. So I do believe that this gentleman in spirit that has come forward for you did have a stroke or an aneurysm of some kind. And you've confirmed that. Thank you very much, my darling, for that confirmation. This gentleman's quite close, so I do feel that you and him would have had quite a close bond. I'm trying to get an idea of who he is. I'm trying to get a feel for his energy, a feel for who he is. I do feel this would be a granddad figure. So you would understand this gentleman as being granddad in the world of spirit, please. Now, I do understand this gentleman was ill for quite a long time. I do feel that the condition he had started a long time before his passing, even though I do feel that it was contributing to his death. Thank you very much for that confirmation. And he's coming down because he's telling me that the world has been quite busy for you at the moment. And you're tired, my darling. You are absolutely exhausted and you need a break. You need some downtime. You need some rest. Would you understand that, please? Because he's putting on me the headaches that he's got. He's putting them on to you and he's making me connect with your energy with these headaches as well. So I do feel quite stressed and quite overwhelmed with the world around me at the moment. So I do feel like there's talks of a holiday or talks of a weekend away or a few days just to turn off. Let me know if you understand that. He's saying it's time you did, my darling. You do everything for everybody else and nothing for yourself, and it's time you did things for yourself. Now, this gentleman, when he was on this earth, he would do anything for his family and he'd do anything for his friends. However, that being said, he knew his limits. And he knew when he needed time out for himself, and he would take that time out for himself, whether people liked it or not. And he's saying it's about time you did the same thing, my darling. Oh, you're on holiday at the moment. Good for you. But you're not getting any downtime because he's still putting the tiredness on me. He's still making me feel very tired, and he's still making me feel like I'm not taking time for me. It's okay being on holiday and being there for everybody else, but you need to take time for you, my darling. I'm seeing water around you at the moment, so I don't know if you're near the coast or near a lake or near the sea or something of that nature, but I'm seeing seawater with you, and seawater is very gentle that I'm seeing. So I do feel that your emotions are ebbing and flowing at the moment. I feel you're very up and down with your emotions, a bit like the waves of the sea. And I do know that you feel calmer near the sea, you get clarity near the sea. And it's almost like when you watch the waves, you go into a meditation. So I want to put you near the sea. I want to give you that calmness, and I want to give you that ebb and flow of nature's peace. Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Hope you're well, my darling. Again, I'm getting the headaches. He's not letting these headaches go. He's quite concerned about these headaches you're getting. So make sure you take some peace and quiet and time out for yourself, my darling. Okay. Now he wants you to reset your boundaries. He's talking about having boundaries and letting people know when enough's enough. And he's giving me a sore throat. So I do feel that you're not speaking out at the moment. You're not standing up for yourself. You're not telling people exactly how you feel about certain situations. And there's a situation around you at the moment where you need to tell somebody to kind of go and have a think, reflect, and deal with it themselves, because they're big enough and old enough to deal with it themselves. And there's not a lot really that you can do apart from advise. But the advice that you're giving isn't being listened to, and it's like they're going around in ever decreasing circles. Because I'm hearing that tune in my head from the program, ever decreasing circles. He's saying stop repeating yourself. Stop sounding like a broken record. If they're not going to listen and they're not going to make changes, people can only make changes if they're prepared to make changes themselves. And you can't force them to do that. It's the old adage, lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. They will only drink if they want to. Hi, Samantha. Hi, everybody who's just joined. So Granddad's come in because he wants you to calm down. He wants you to have some peace in your life, and he wants you to reset your boundaries in order to move forward and start thinking of yourself a little bit more. He says it's not being selfish. It's giving yourself the respect and the time that you deserve because you've been running around after everybody else. Okay. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me and enjoy your holiday. Again, you might be on holiday, but make sure you get that time for yourself. Make the changes now, Chloe. Make the changes now. Start with today, okay? He wants you to start from today, setting them boundaries and taking time for you. All right, my lovely. And he's just given me daffodils for you as he's leaving. He's just given me a bunch of daffodils. So I do know March is important month for you. And I do know that Mother's Day is important as well, because daffodils for me are Mother's Day. So I don't know if Mum's in spirit or down here, but he's given me them for Mum and for you. There's also a link to Wales. I don't know if you've ever been to Wales, or if you live in Wales, or if you're on holiday in Wales, but there's something to do with Wales as well, because daffodils are the Welsh national flower. And normally when I get daffodils, it means all three. It means March, Mother's Day, and Wales. All right, my darling, so I'll leave that with you. I'll leave the daffodils with you, and I'll leave Granddad's love with you as well. All right, my lovely, and I'll say thank you for working with me. Okay, let me see who's next. It seems Spirit want to work tonight. So let's see. I'll pull a card if I need to, but otherwise it looks like it's Spirit for mediumship tonight. Okay. Probably because I've been open all day, giving my dad as much healing as I can while I've been sat with him. You're very welcome, Chloe. I hope that helps. Okay, let's see who's next. When it comes to my mediumship, I will go to who I'm drawn to. So everybody is in for a fair chance of getting a reading. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, that was Tonks. I've got 4 cats. The black and white one was Tonks, named after the character in Harry Potter because I'm Harry Potter bonkers. Okay, let me have a look. Darian, can I come to you, my darling, please? I'm feeling quite anxious when I connect with your energy. I've got somebody in spirit with me. I've got a lady from the world of spirit who suffered with high blood pressure. Would you understand that, please? I'm feeling quite sweaty and quite warm. Oi! Sorry, my cats are boxing each other's ears. Oi! Yes. She's got high blood pressure. I'm feeling quite hot, quite sweaty, and I almost feel like I'm getting so hot I want to faint. So blood pressure would have been a major issue. Yes, you might know her. Okay. I want to put this... now, there's a distance, so I don't know if this is mum that you weren't particularly close to, or if this is an aunt, because she's stepping back a little bit. But I do know it's mum's side of the family. If it's not mum, it will be an aunt, because she's stepping back a little bit. But there's a bit of anxiety with yourself. She's putting on me and telling me that there's some anxiety. She's making me rub my hands, and when I fidget with my hands, it generally means anxiety. It is an aunt. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. I wasn't too sure whether it was going. So this would be mum's sister, because I felt like it was mum at first, but this aunt would have been a mum. I don't feel I've reached old bones. Don't tell me any more information, Donna Marie, because it'll affect the reading. If I do come to you, it's up to me to tell you the information, my darling, okay? So don't feed me, because it'll just distract me from the reading, and then I'll start including my own ego, and that's not what a medium does. A medium tells you the information, okay, my lovely? I can't guarantee that he will come through, but if he does, I do not want any information giving me a clue as to who and or what. All right, sorry about that, Darian. I am still with you. Right, this lady, let's see, this aunt, she would have been very easily distracted, because I've just said with Donna, I'm finding myself easily distracted. It's like I'm concentrating on one thing, then something will catch my attention and I'll have to go to that. And I've got the feeling I've never finished anything. I'd start something, but I'd never actually finish it. And I get the feeling this is with yourself as well. It's like I start something, I get right into it, I'm passionate about it, but then I get distracted by other people or other situations. And yeah, thank you for that confirmation. That's what she's putting on me with yourself. It's like I'm easily distracted. And it's like I've got so many things on the go at the moment. I've got to the point where I don't know where to start and where to finish. So what I want to say is put things in an order. She's showing me a list, and she's showing me a pen, and she's showing me a filing cabinet. So she wants you to put everything in order. Now you can put them in order of importance, in order of priority, or you can just put them in order of, okay, what's going to be the quickest to finish first. But they need to be in some sort of order, and you need to focus and concentrate and finish one thing at a time. And this is what she's saying. She's showing me one step at a time, and she's doing this with her hands. So you're building something. That this is metaphorical. It's like you're starting at the foundations, but you're trying to build the middle and the top before you've built the sides and the roof of a house, if you get what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying you're building a house, but whatever it is you're working up to, it's like you want to reach the end before you've done the middle and the beginning. And it doesn't work like that, my darling. I feel like there's an issue of patience here. You're running out of patience a little bit, and you just want to get things done. But again, you've got to take a step back, take a breath, prioritize things, or put things in an order of importance on what needs to get done and when. And there's something about deadlines. It's like there's a deadline, and or you think there's a deadline, or you've not got enough time. There is enough time. You've just got to manage it. You've got to manage your time appropriately, okay, my darling? Don't be in such a 100-mile-an-hour race. You know that she's bringing forward the story of the hare and the tortoise. Yeah, I've got a feeling there is a deadline, and you're panicking because that deadline's getting closer and closer, and you don't feel you've got enough time. There is enough time. You've just got to take a step back and take a breath, and then prioritize. And whatever deadlines come first, they're the ones you need to complete first, okay, my sweetheart? Because if you don't, you're not going to get to where you want to be, and you're going to kind of miss a trick. She's telling me you're going to miss a trick if you don't calm your jets. With all due respect, okay? So slow yourself down, my darling. Put things in priorities of the deadline. It will get done. You've just got to focus on one thing at a time to get it done. All right, my sweetheart, you've got plenty of time. You are more than capable of doing this, and whatever it is you're building up to, you will get there. You've just got to do it in priority order. The success there, you're asking if she can see anything in your future. Now, I don't do fortune telling. I don't do future predictions, mainly because there's so many outside factors and influences. Yeah, I sense the panic, but you've got no need to panic, my darling, okay? She says, as long as you focus and as long as you concentrate and prioritize, you will get to where you want to be. There will be success. There is success waiting for you. You just have to rein it in. And it's almost like you're an untrained horse and she's pulling the reins. She's wanting you to rein it in, okay? So whatever it is that's making you panic, rein it in. Stop overthinking it. She says you're overthinking it. All right, my darling. And this lady would have been an organized lady. She would have been a lady that had things in priority order. Although she did get herself a little bit out of breath from time to time. But when she says when that happened and when she got overwhelmed by everything, she took a day off, a step back, and she calmed herself down and stuck to the facts. Okay, my sweetheart? And she's saying this is what you've got to do. All right, so as long as you do that, there will be success. Don't rush it. Have patience and prioritize. All right, my sweetheart? And that's the way you're going to get through this. All right, my darling. So I will leave Grandma's love with you. She's leaving me a diamond for you. And I do know that diamonds are made from coal and water. And that brings to mind a song called Tears. So I do know there's been tears around you, my sweetheart. But she's given me diamonds, which is also the birthstone for April, I do believe. So I do know that April will be a significant month for you as well. So again, I don't know if this deadline is in April, but there's something about a deadline in April as well. And this is the one she wants you to concentrate on first. Okay? Concentrate on the April deadline and you will get there. All right, my sweetheart, I will leave Grandma's. She's got Grandma with her as well. She's telling me she's got your grandma with her as well because that just slipped out. All right, so I'll leave both their love with you in case you was wondering if they were together. They are together. I will leave your aunt's love with you and I will say thank you for working with me. Thank you, Darian, and thank you for the confirmations. All right, your deadline is in May. Okay, well, you need to finish it by April. She's telling me April. unless there's a birthday, anniversary and passing in April. But she mentioned the word deadline and she mentioned April. All right, my sweetheart, so bear that in mind. Maybe there's something that you're missing. Okay, let's see who's next. Oh, they've got me working tonight. Okay. Hi, Marie Happy Heart. Hi, Mandy Mills. Hi, Mr. Beanie. Hi, Caroline. Carolyn? It is Carolyn. What did I say? Caroline. Caroline. Let's come to you. Now, I don't know why I tripped over my words then, my darling. Are you counting calories at the moment? Because that sounded like calories. Calorie. No, it's a London accent. Would you understand somebody in spirit with a London accent, please? I should have spotted that straight away because I'm a Londoner myself. Well, London born. I have kin in London as well. Yes, you should be. Oh, you should be counting the calories. Would you also understand somebody in spirit that had a London accent, please? A really strong London accent. I'll just wait for your reply, my darling. Can't think of a London accent. Would you understand links to London then? Because they just gave me a really strong London accent. And there's something about colouring. Colouring. I don't know if you colour or if you work with colours or if you like colours or if you've been seeing colours in your dreams, but there's something to do with colours. And it was said in a London accent. I'll just wait for you to reply. I do know there is a bit of a delay. There you go. Your mum was born in London. That's why she gave, because I was born in London as well. That's why she put on, would you understand mum in spirit then? Because she put on this London accent and she mentioned colours and you used to paint. She wants you to pick up the paintbrush again, my darling. No, it wasn't a hairdresser, and this is for Carolyn, Don. I normally know exactly who I'm going to. It's not very often I don't. But yes, I'm seeing London and I'm seeing colours and mum's in spirit. So it's mum that's, I felt it was mum. Would you understand mum having a respiratory condition? I'm not saying that this is what she would have passed from, but I feel very tight in the chest and very, very tight in the lungs as well. So I do feel that my chest and lungs would have been an issue, medically speaking. I feel like it's some sort of asthma. So this is either with you or with mum. Okay, take it off, my darling. Thank you. Let me know if that makes sense with mum, please. But you're saying you used to paint. She wants you. Oh, about the colour. Okay. Well, yeah, I suppose it could work, Donna. Paintbrushes. She wants you to pick up the paintbrushes again. She's saying you need some relaxation. She had esophageal. Oh, that's in the throat, so that would explain the coughing. Because I'm feeling it from the chest up. So yeah, that would make sense. So again, thank you for that confirmation, and I'm so sorry that you lost your mum, and especially lost in that way. Unfortunately, that disease doesn't discriminate, does it? Horrible, horrible disease. Anyway, I do feel mum wants you to pick up the paintbrushes again. She says you're in need of some relaxation, some mindfulness, and it would be a therapy for you. My eyes are getting moist, so I do know there's been tears around you, and I do know there's been tears with you, with yourself. So mentally, I feel there's been a lot of upset and a lot of emotion. I feel like my heart has been broken as well. So I do know there's been relationship issues, whether that be a romantic relationship or a friendship relationship. But I do know you've had your heart broken somewhere. I feel like there's been a betrayal of trust by somebody that's very close to you. And I want to put this in a romantic context. I do feel that somebody around you has broken your heart and betrayed your trust, and there's been lots of tears. I don't know how recent this is, but I do feel that the painting would help you get a lot of that emotion out onto paper. Being very down. Oh, bless your heart. I feel the sadness. I'm not going to put it in the lines of depression. Um, but I do feel very sad for what has happened, and very sad for the way that things have turned out, because you didn't expect them to turn out the way that they have. It's a family betrayal. Okay, my darling. Yeah. And I do feel very hurt by this. But what I want to say is, what Mum's saying is, let bygones be bygones and pick up the paintbrush. This will help get all the emotions out. And what I feel I need to say to you is, sometimes we don't always get the answers that we ask for. Okay, sometimes things just are, and there are no answers. Okay, so she wants you to stop asking the questions that you're never going to get the answers to, because you're not going to get the answers to them. You can forgive. You can forgive them in your own heart and in your own mind. You don't have to say it to them personally. But for your own peace of mind, you need to forgive and you need to let go, Mum's saying. Let it go, okay? Let bygones be bygones. Pick up the paintbrush and get all that emotion and all that stress out on your painting, and she'll be there to help you as well. Now, I've got an itchy nose, so I do feel that there is somebody sticking their nose into your business, into your affairs, where it's not wanted or needed, and you've got to stand up for yourself. Yeah, it is absolutely necessary, my darling. Okay, and I do feel Mum was quite an astute person. She had very good instincts, and as I'm saying that, I'm getting goosebumps. She had very good instincts and a very good gut reaction to things, especially when it came to people. She could tell you whether somebody could be trusted within 2 minutes of, she didn't even have to speak to them. She would pick up a vibe from them. And she's saying you have this same gift. You have the gift of intuition and instinct, but you doubt yourself. And she wants you to stop doubting yourself, my darling. Okay, yeah, she was very wise. And I do feel that she was an old soul as well. Now, I'm not saying you're an old soul. I don't get that impression from connecting with your energy as well as your mum's. But I do feel that you also have good gut instincts and good gut reactions. But you doubt yourself when you get that flutter and you get that feeling. You convince yourself you're overthinking it and you're being paranoid. It's not always true. You have the gifts as well. Yes, you do, my darling, and you know you do. So stop doubting them. Now my hands are getting hot, so I want to put you in a healing capacity. Sorry, I'm just distracted by my tortoise at the minute. I don't know what he's doing. Very odd. Yeah, I want to slow things down. I want to slow my mind down. And I feel like I need to take a breath. And I think I was distracted by the tortoise because at the moment he's hiding in the corner and he's got his face right up against the tank wall. And I do feel this is you. I feel like you just want to go somewhere, hide, curl up in a ball and hide. But that is the worst thing you can do, my darling. You need to come out of your shell. Okay, so if you want to develop these gifts, I want to put you on a healing capacity, and I want to put you on a mental healing. So anything like counseling or helping people with mental health issues, something along them lines, keeping people out of abusive relationships, that kind of giving back people their mental empowerment, I want to say. And that's not a phrase I'd normally use, but I feel like you've got the experience. I'm not going to go into it, but Mum's telling me you've got the experience, you've got the know-how, and you've got the wise head on your shoulders that she had in order to help people out of difficult situations, and she wants you to pursue that avenue. So I don't want to put you as a hand healer. I want to put you as a healer with kind of like words of advice, like I say, counseling role, or giving people back the mental empowerment through life coaching, that kind of thing. Okay, my darling. Now I'm feeling my hands go cold, so I do know that you felt Mum around you. I do know that she used to hold your hand, or you used to hold her hand during her last days. And when you feel your hand go cold at night, when you've got it laid out and it's resting on your body, wherever, or resting on the bed or on the pillow, I do feel that this is Mum around. When you feel your hands go cold, this is Mum holding your hand, my darling. So she's there with you, and I do feel that she's coming in visitation in dreams as well. So you can have that conversation with her. Don't be afraid to speak to her if you see her, okay? Because she'll be there guiding you and advising you if she comes to you in your dreams. She's saying at the moment that's the only way she can come through, because she doesn't want to scare you and she doesn't want to upset you in any way. So it's going to start off with visitation in your dreams, okay, my darling? And you do feel Mum. Again, thank you for that confirmation, my sweetheart. But yes, pick up the paintbrushes, get rid of all that emotion, let go of the negativity that you're holding in and the betrayal and the hurt. Again, don't let it define you. Learn lessons from it, and what will be will be. Okay, my sweetheart? But she wants you to enjoy that painting again and get all that emotion out. She says because you're brilliant at it. And you could also become a psychic artist. Painting heals, painting therapy. You could become a painting therapist, a play therapist, anything like that. All right, my sweetheart. So I will leave that message with you, and I will leave Mum's love with you, and I will say thank you to her and thank you to you for both working with me. God bless you, my darling. I hope that helps. All righty, let's see who's next. It's a long time since I've done spiritual mediumship without cards. Thank you all for joining me this evening, by the way. I haven't said that yet, have I? It's an absolute pleasure to be connecting you with your loved ones this evening. I'm absolutely full of gratitude for your support. Thank you for supporting Universal Spiritualism as well. I do know Veronica, who runs the page, appreciates all your love and support. It's great to have you all on. Hi, Alan. Hi, Steph. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Cornelia. Let's see who's next. Hi, Rue. Hi, Marion. Let me see. Marie. Hi, John. Marie, let's come to you. Marie Happy Heart. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but my voice has suddenly gone a little bit husky and a little bit deeper. So I do know there's a gentleman in spirit that had a really husky, deep voice. I do feel this is Father, because he's coming really close to me and he's making me feel very, very warm. So I do know this would have been a strong bond between you and this gentleman. Can you understand Father in spirit, please? I know I shouldn't ask questions, but I'm feeling this is a fatherly figure, so I do feel this would be Father in spirit. Just let me know that I'm on the right lines, please. Again, we are streaming to Facebook and... Oh, you're asking your father to come through. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. Okay. So I do... Would you understand Father having a husky, deep voice? Not too husky. It's almost... He's saying he had a sexy voice. So this father of yours had a sense of humour, and he thought himself as a bit of a ladies' man, and was a bit of a hopeless flirt, I want to say. During his younger years, he was like the joker of the pack. He was very sociable, very funny, and he made everybody like he'd light up a room. You understand that as dad. Thank you, my darling. This would be dad's personality. I do feel you and him was very close because, like I say, he's coming really close and he's making me very warm and very smothered, I want to say. He's making me very smothered. So I do know he would have smothered you as a child. He's talking about the pictures on the wall. Pictures on the wall keep moving. That's him. It's like you'll straighten them up and then you'll go back to them half an hour later and they'll be crooked again. And I'm seeing you straighten these pictures up and they just won't line straight. This is because dad keeps knocking them. He's letting you know he's there. My nose is itching, and when spirit make my nose itch, like with the last person, it normally means there's somebody around you trying to interfere with your business, my darling, or getting involved into your affairs where they shouldn't be getting involved in. The picture frame got thrown. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that confirmation. But he did say something about a picture and saying that was him. So yeah, watch out for them. If you don't want him to throw them off the wall, just have a gentle word. Are you listening, mister? She doesn't appreciate you throwing her pictures on the wall, on the floor. Moving them is one thing. Throwing them off the wall is something completely different. I know it takes a lot of energy to do that. He's making me go hotter now. He doesn't appreciate being told off. He was very much a man. He was a proud man. He was a proud working man. And he provided everything for his family. But as long as his family were happy and smiling, he was happy and smiling. All right, my lovely. He's given me the number 2. Normally when I get numbers, it's to do with children or young ones. So he's mentioning 2. So either he had 2 children, you're one of 2, or you have 2 children. But he's mentioning the 2 children. Sorry. I stand corrected. He's mentioning 2 children that were born after he passed. So there's 2 children that he didn't. You have a twin sister. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But there's 2 children that was born after he passed. Would you understand that? I'll just wait for your reply before I carry on. This gentleman liked to pint as well. Your dad liked to pint. Because as I'm waiting for your reply, it's almost like you have no idea about the 2 children that were born after he passed. Okay, why are you giving me that? So your sister hasn't got two children. You haven't got 2 children. Hi, Sharon. He's showing me a pint glass. He's showing me himself having a pint. So I do know he would. Okay, my darling. I don't know why he's giving me that then. Could you understand 2 children in spirit? I'm not trying to make it fit, but he's mentioning 2, and I do know when I get numbers, it's to do with children. I know you said you've got a twin sister, but he's saying there's two more than that. Would you understand 2 children in spirit, maybe? Okay, my darling. If that's how you can understand that, I'll. It's not for me to understand or make sense of. So if that's what you can understand, that, but he wasn't letting this go. Would you understand him liking a pint because he's showing me himself having a pint? He was more of I'm not saying he was a heavy drinker, but he was a sociable drinker. He'd like a pint now and again, like with the lads or on a Sunday afternoon or something like that. He'd go out for a pint now and again. Yeah. Okay, thank you for that confirmation, my darling. He wasn't one for suits, he's saying. I don't know why that's important, but he's mentioning the fact that he didn't like suits. And he's mentioning a wedding. So there must be a wedding anniversary coming up, because he's mentioning a wedding, and it was one time he had to wear a suit and he absolutely hated wearing the suit. Not because of the colour or the style or anything like that. It made him feel claustrophobic. He was constantly doing this with the collar because he didn't like feeling closed in. Oh, bless you. Thank you for that confirmation. I'm glad it's come through, and I'm glad it's given me the evidence for you, my darling. But yeah, he's mentioning the suit, so there must be a wedding anniversary coming up, because he's mentioning the suit that he had to wear for the wedding. Oh, wow. Are you serious? Wow, Marie, that's fantastic. Well, I'm glad he's doing what you're asking him to. That's fantastic. See, how spirit work, aren't they clever? And well done to your dad. He must have been over there for a while and he's learned how to do this, because he's doing it very well, if that's the case. Synchronicities. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Marie. I'm so happy he's giving you the evidence that you're asking for. And I'm so glad I'm getting it right. I mean, putting it across right is what I mean. But you can never get it. This is what happens when you trust spirit. Oh, you're asking him if you will be married. Oh. Well, he's mentioning an anniversary and he's mentioning a wedding. And you're involved with a man who loves water. Right. Okay, then. Did I mention water? Oh, could be. Could be. I don't think I mentioned water, though, did I? Or did I? I don't know. Once I've said it, it's gone. Anyway, getting back to your dad, because he stood at the bar and he's having this pint. And I think he's getting a little bit impatient now, because we're having a conversation between ourselves and he feels left out. He likes to be the centre of attention, does your dad? Oh, you're asking him if he's your future husband. Wow. That I can't answer for you, my darling, because again, I don't predict the future, and he wouldn't tell me that because he knows I don't predict. My spirit team know I don't predict, and I don't like giving future because there's so many outside factors. However, I have seen a wedding, and he described himself as not liking the suit for a wedding. So possibly there's a wedding anniversary coming up. Let me know where that sits. I want to go to April for a wedding anniversary. So I don't know whose wedding he went to, but he's showing me in the suit, and he's showing me how uncomfortable he is in the suit. So who knows? It could be, my darling. If he says he just wants you to be happy, and as long as you're happy and he treats you right, that's all that he can ask for. And just follow your heart. Follow your heart and go with your gut instinct, my darling. All right, that's what he's saying. But he seems happy with him. He's saying he's very much like him in personality. Oh, bless you, no, don't cry. I don't want to make people cry. But he's saying that he's very happy with who you're with. He's saying he treats you the way you deserve to be treated. Okay, so he's got no problems with the person that you're with now, and that's all he's prepared to say on the matter. And that's exactly his words. That's all I'm prepared to say on the matter. Don't give me too much information, my sweetheart. He didn't give me his profession, but thank you for giving me that. But again, don't feed me any information. But yes, he's very happy with the way things are with you at the moment, and he's giving you the thumbs up. So I don't know if you've achieved something lately, or if you've got a reward for something, or you've passed an exam. But he's giving you the thumbs up, and he's saying he's very proud of the way you've got through the difficult times. No, don't be sorry. You're fine, my darling. I just don't like being fed, that's all. because it's up to me to give you the information. And that was obviously not something that your dad felt was important to bring across. The other evidence was more important. Again, spirit work in wonderful ways, my sweetheart. But he's telling me that there's something you've achieved, there's something that you've passed, and he wants to give you the thumbs up, and he's very proud of the difficult times that you've come through, because he's saying that you have had some difficult times, but you're a strong lady and you've got through it, and you've now reached the other side, and it's good to see you happy. Okay, my darling. So, oh, bless you. But yeah, he's a lovely man. He's a lovely soul. I will leave all his love with you, because he has come with an abundance of love for you, my darling. He's not going to give you any clues as to whether or not this is your man, because he's saying it's for you to decide, okay? And he doesn't want to influence that decision. Hi, Billy Joe. Long time no see. He doesn't want to influence that decision, my darling. So he's saying, just keep doing what you're doing, my sweetheart. I don't know if he would have called you that in life, but he's saying, keep doing what you're doing, sweetheart, because you're doing well. You're on the right track, okay? Everything's going to be good. You've got an abundance of love and support around you, and he's with you all the time. He's only a heartbeat away, okay? He says he loves you too, my sweetheart. Love you too, my girl, he says. Love you too. So again, I don't know if he would have called you my girl in life, but this is what he's saying to me. He's saying, I love you too, my girl. Okay, so I'll leave Dad's love with you, and I'll say thank you to you and thank you to him for working with me, and I hope that gives you some reassurance. All right, my darling. I will leave his love with you and say thank you for working with me. All right, then. Yes, I did, Nick. That was for somebody else. Okay. Hi, Tanya. I'm just waiting to see if there's anybody else that wants to come forward for anybody. How I work with spirit is I generally get a feeling when I look at somebody's name, or the name will flash up. So I know who I'm going to, but it's all gone a bit quiet. No, it wasn't an emerald green suit, Nick. But now you've mentioned, Nick, let me come to you. Now you've mentioned that, actually, because it wasn't the suit that drew my attention, it was the colour. Emerald green. Now, emerald green for me represents Ireland, so you would understand links to Ireland, and emerald is also the birthstone for May, so I do know May would be an important month for you. Let me know if that makes sense, please. Irene, your son is always with you, my sweetheart. They're only a thought away. All you have to do is sit back and look for the signs. Ask him to give you a sign to let him know you're there, and the sign will come either in the words of a song, an advert. It'll move things in the house, make the lights flicker, but there will be a sign that he's there if you ask him. Nick, let me know if that makes sense, please, with the May be an important month for you and links to Ireland. I'll just wait for the reply. Are you still with us, Neeks? Okay, looks like Nick's isn't with us. Right, okay, we'll stick with the Irish link. Who just said they were Irish? Avril. Avril. You're very welcome, Marie. I hope it helps. Hiya, yes, Avril, I'm talking to you, my darling. All right, you've got links to Ireland, okay. Now I know it's just been St. Patrick's Day, but St. Patrick's Day is also an important day for you for another reason. Would you understand that, please? Either birthday. Oh, Nick, now you reply. So would you understand St. Patrick's Day being an important day other than it being St. Patrick's Day, Avril? No. It's okay, my darling. Nick, would you understand St. Patrick's Day being an important day other than it being St. Patrick's Day? Hold that thought, Bernadette. I might come to you next if Nick can't take this. It was his birthday. Ah, okay. So it looks like I'm with Bernadette. It was the day before St. Patrick's Day. Okay. I actually think I'm with Bernadette because that makes sense. I got Patrick's Day and I got an important day on Patrick's Day, and yesterday was Patrick's Day, wasn't it? Okay, let me see what I can get for you, Bernadette. I've got a gentleman coming through, and you would understand this Patrick as having a chesty condition or respiratory problems. I'm not saying this is what I would have passed on, but I'm getting a heavy chest, so I'm feeling he would have had either he was asthmatic or you're asthmatic, but he's putting asthma on me. Don't tell me any more information, Bernadette. Let me see what I can get, my darling. But if this is Dad, you would understand Dad having a bit of a cough and a bit of a respiratory problem, either like asthma. I don't feel it's emphysema. I do feel it's an asthma. Yes, respiratory problems. Thank you for that confirmation. So it looks like I'm actually with Bernadette. Okay, take it off, please. Thank you. Bernadette, would you understand you having a little bit of anxiety at the moment around big crowds and not wanting to socialize? It's almost like you become a bit of a recluse. I'm picking up the terrible cough, but he's putting on me that the fact that it's St. Patrick's Day and you don't like to socialize, you become overwhelmed in crowds. It's almost like I get shaky with anxiety, like, not that I'm scared of being in a crowd, I just find it overwhelming, all the energies I struggle to deal with. Would that make sense with yourself? Because I do feel you're a very empathic, sensitive person. Yes, anxiety around people, so I'm definitely with Bernadette. Sorry, everybody else. Thank you for chipping up, but I knew we'd get there eventually. He's saying you said that yesterday. Again, thank you for that confirmation. He's saying that you need to start going out, maybe with one or two people, just for a coffee, maybe go to a cafe, during quiet periods to get yourself used to going out again. And you need to learn to shut yourself off when you're out so you don't pick up on these vibrations and these energies. That being said, I do feel you're a very cautious person and a very streetwise person. And what I mean by that is you like to get a feel for the energy around you so you can spot danger, or you can spot trouble, or you can spot tension. Um, but I feel that this is almost making me overthink a little bit, and it's making me a little bit paranoid and a little bit anxious and a little bit wary of what is going on around me. As opposed to it being a help, it's actually harming you. It's got very strong. Yeah, I can feel that, my darling. You understand that. Thank you for that confirmation. What I want to say to you is you need to learn to shut down before you leave the house. Do a meditation, ask for protection. Now, some people believe in the protection process, some people don't feel they need it. Me personally, I protect myself when I go out, but I always make sure it's like protect myself from unwanted negative energies. And it helps, it does help. And you will find that you still pick up things that you need to, like if there's something untoward going on or something somewhere doesn't feel right, you'll still pick it up, but it won't be strong and you won't pick up everybody's energies. Yeah, you need the protection, darling. I don't know if you're in an open circle or if you're in a circle or whatever it is, but you need to get some sort of learning, some physical learning, where you can learn to shut that off, where you can learn to protect yourself from that. I'd offered to do it myself, but I'm not that experienced. I can do it myself. You've been doing protection rituals. Okay, my darling. But don't do them on your own. Make sure you've got somebody either online or from a physical spiritualist background that knows how to do these things. Okay, don't try and do it on your own. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. And it's what happens when you first start learning. It's like you open yourself up and you can see everything going on, and it's just like, wow, what is going on? So you really need some help in getting that sorted out, my darling, okay? Now this gentleman is with you and he's trying to help you with this, and he's trying to keep the negativity away. But you need to go into a meditation and call on your spirit team. Ask them, ask the angels, ask your guide, ask your gatekeepers, your power animals, anybody that's on your spirit team, call them forward and ask them to protect you, okay? But more than that, make sure you go and you learn how to do it properly. Just a bonus, right? Never really learned how to control it. And this is where you need a circle. Okay, my darling, this is where you need a practice circle or an open circle. They will teach you how to do it. You can either online or physical. Physical would be better and preferable, but you can get some great learning online for that as well. All right, my sweetheart. So make sure you get that done. Dad is trying to help you with it. He's around you, but he's saying you need that extra bit of influence and that outside help in order to learn how to do it properly and safely. Okay, please, please, please don't try and do it on your own. All right, my darling. And I will leave Dad's with you. He's with you. He's there. He's saying he's okay. And it's important for you to know that because you've been asking whether or not he's okay and whether or not he made it safely. He's saying, yes, it's beautiful here. It's warm. It's loving. I'm in my element and I'm living now more than I lived on Earth. And you would understand why he's saying that. So he's really happy up there. He's at peace. He misses you, he loves you, and he wouldn't have said that on this earth plane. But he's with you every step of the way. Okay, my darling, you can talk to him and he will hear you. I've told him about the pictures, all right? So hopefully he'll just move them and not throw them. You do have a local church. That's good. Go and pay them a visit. Tell them the issues that you're having and they will help you through it. Okay, my darling? Don't try and do it by yourself. All right, lots of love, and I thank you and your dad for working with me, and I'll leave dad's love with you. All right? Okay, my sweetheart, that is my time up, everybody. Thank you so, so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you holding time for me. I will be back on, God willing, next Tuesday, same time, 7 o'clock. I will also be on Sunday on Prism of Light, which is Kelly and Cheryl Francis's group. So make sure you join me on that as well. Again, God willing, and the buses are running. Please can I ask that you all send healing to my dad, as he's very, very poorly in hospital at the moment and needs all the help he can get. He's just had major heart surgery. He's not doing too good. Thank you in advance for all that. All right, I will love and leave you. See you soon. God bless everybody. Stay safe. Have a good week. Bye.